All right, I have a new Substack essay out. This one is entitled On the Occasion of America's First Pluto Return. So this is an astrological view. I do astrology in addition to cultural criticism. And the Constitutional Republic of America was founded in 1776, and it takes Pluto 248 years to go around the sun. So it will have gone completely 248 years next year in 2024. But of course, there's something that astrologers call an orb, which means it's a kind of bell curve when a transit, especially a massive one like a Pluto return, comes full circle. You can start feeling its effects about 3 or 4 years before it even goes exact, and then it'll sort of fall away for another maybe 3 years after that. So it's kind of it's almost a decade long. Pluto moves so slowly. Its transits typically on your natal chart last for about 3 years, and they're absolutely dreaded transits. So let's take a look. I'll read the first couple of paragraphs here. And I've got, of course, Bruegel's Triumph of Death here, which is what Pluto brings, basically. And so I'll read the first couple of paragraphs. And what I'm going to go on to do in this is take a look at Rome's handful of Pluto returns. The Roman Republic or the monarchy rather, Rome itself, was founded in 753 BC, and then the Republic in 509, which is interesting. That's 244 years, pretty close to a complete Pluto return there. So I'll look at about 5 Pluto returns in conjunction with the events of Roman history. Take a look at those, and it'll give us a sense for where we're at in America, what we can expect coming up here. So in astrology, Pluto is the planet of death, destruction, and regeneration. In one's personal life, Pluto transits tear down all existing structures, whether psychological, financial, or social, for a duration of about 3 years, and such transits are especially painful if Saturn is also involved. In the world of mundane astrology, i.e. the sociocultural world, Pluto brings war, death, and destruction on a massive scale. Pluto is the god of the underworld, and just as with the abduction of Persephone, it likes to make things disappear. Most astrologers agree that Pluto's power is out of all proportion to its size. It has generally upstaged Saturn as the most fearful and dreaded planet in the solar system. Pluto takes 248 years to make a complete orbit around the sun, and when it does so, this is called a Pluto return. America was founded as a constitutional republic in the year 1776. Pluto, therefore, will return to where it was when the American government was created, and in 2024 will go exact. The power of the return, however, does have a bell curve, what astrologers call an orb, which can be felt a few years just before the return goes exact and then dies off gradually a few years afterward. As a sort of rough sketch, then, of the kinds of things which America has to look forward to, I want to go back and glance through the history of ancient Rome's handful of Pluto returns and see what they were like. So I'll leave it there for those of you who are curious about Rome's Pluto returns and what happens on those Pluto returns. And in every case, the Roman government is completely restructured. That should be a pointer to where we're headed at with the structure of the American government, which I think it's pretty fair to say it's already being torn to shreds anyhow, but it's going to get much, much, much worse. Okay, then subscriptions are $5 a month, $80 a year for those of you who are hardcore Ebert fans, and also I do astrology readings. They're not free. They cost $150 for a 1-hour reading on Zoom. I've done quite a few of them, and we always have a great time. They really are quite illuminating. So if you're interested in that, hit me up at my email, johndavidebert@gmail.com. All right, I look forward to seeing you on Substack.